Hey everybody, this is Darth Geekula, and today I am joined by...
Dude Vader.
Hello, Dude Vader.
Good to be here.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so, Dude, you are here specifically because we are looking at something that is in your wheelhouse. Please explain to our viewers what we're looking at right now.
We are looking at the new NHL figures. They're called Premium Sports Artifacts by Imports Dragon. They are a Canadian company. They picked up the license after McFarlane lost them.
It's because McFarlane Toys, they did NHL figures for years and years, it seems like.
Like 15 years.
Are you serious? 15 years?
So.
I know a lot of hockey fans and toy collectors like to collect those, and this is where Imports Dragon comes in.
Right, so they decided to release 16 figures. As you can see, these are two of them, Jonathan Bernier in the bigger clamshell, because he's the goalie, and the Claude Giroux, which is in a smaller clamshell.
And did you say 16 figures?
There are 16, yes.
Wow, that's a lot. In the first wave, or is that 2 waves?
It's 2 waves, but they're all released now, coming out at once.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, let's just quickly then, just talk about the packaging real quick.
I like the packaging. You can point out something good about that is you can actually take them out if you turn it in the back.
Yeah, they don't look collector-friendly, but if you turn it around, and you might not be able to see this, there's like a perforation around, so you can sort of punch that in, and then you can remove the figure. And if you want to put them back in, you could potentially do that, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So that's kind of cool. And I like that the bubble is actually shaped like the NHL logo. So.
I do. I like them. I like the front of it. It has the player's name and the number and his signature.
And if you want to collect these on card, they actually would look pretty cool.
I think they look good. I do.
Yeah,
I like
for
them
sure.
McFarlane's.
The packaging. Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Bernier here because he's the one we have out of the package. We'll take Giroux out as well. So what compared to the McFarlane goalies? What do you think?
I actually like there's 3 poses in this first wave.
Imports Dragon has $3. You mean for the goalies?
Yeah,
okay.
$3 different bucks for the goalie, and I love them all. And I especially love this one. I think it goes perfect with Jonathan Bernier. He's known for his glove hand, and it just looks really good. Really dynamic.
So they picked a buck that actually would suit him.
I would say so. I mean, the other ones are really cool too. Really cool looking. Hopefully we'll get more of those. But no, I like this one. It has all the licensed gear, CCM. The masks are done well, and they're taking pride in the fact that they are going to do sculpts of the actual faces of the goalies and just putting a mask over.
So even though there is a helmet on, they have made efforts to make him look like Jonathan Bernier under the mask.
Which you gotta love.
Cool. Now, he doesn't come with a net. Now, the early McFarlane goalies did have a net. Then later on, they don't have the net. I think the reason for that is nowadays, if this figure were to come with a net, it would probably have to be a deluxe figure and probably have to cost, I don't know, at least $5 more.
Oh, at least, yeah.
So that's why. And if that were the case, there'd be less goalies released, I think.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering why there's no net, that's why. It would be cost prohibitive. And I like the stand. I mean, I like McFarlane figures as well, but they would have the name on the surface of the stand. Right. Here, they have it right on front.
So if you're posing it on like a shelf, you'll be able to see the name.
Yeah, I like that. And it looks like an ice surface.
Ice surface like McFarlane.
Which was similar to McFarlane as well. Yeah.
Now for the goalies with the nets, I would honestly pay more to get the nets if they ever decided to make deluxe figures.
If they did, so Imports Dragon, if you are watching.
I would definitely pay extra.
Dude Vader will pay extra.
I think most of the collectors would to have a net, but I'm happy with this figure, and I'm happy even without the net because I think the pose is just right on perfect.
And it didn't come with a puck, correct?
No, it did not.
Okay. So in case you're wondering, so if you did collect McFarlane Sports Picks and you want these to sort of go alongside, they are the same scale, correct?
Yes.
Now, this isn't a perfect comparison because here we have Johnny Bower, who was this is one of the sort of vintage-looking figures.
The Legends.
One of the Legends figures. But as you can tell, it's the same basic scale.
Yep.
Very similar bases. But yeah, so these will fit right in with your McFarlane figures, in case you're wondering about that. So let's quickly look at the back. This is the back for Giroux. And not a whole lot there. It's not really showing the any other players in the wave, but you just sort of see his name and number.
Like you, I do not keep them packaged. I'm
an
opener, so I don't worry about it.
We're both openers, but there's the back of Bernier. And then to get him on the stand, is it like McFarlane where they have the pegs?
Yes, it is.
So if you
2
see
pegs.
here,
Nice and snug.
yeah, it fits really good. Don't know if you can see the 2 peg holes, but I really like the paint. It's very bright.
Very clean.
It looks like the Toronto Maple Leafs,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I mean, if you have a Toronto Maple Leaf man cave, these colors look right on to me.
And I like the mask. And obviously, they can't do the mask of officially because they don't have the rights. Hopefully, someday they can fix that where we can actually get completely authentic masks the way they look.
So you mean the guy that do the masks for the
Right.
players? That's another legal hurdle.
That's a whole other thing they have to do.
How close is this? Like, have they made it look?
A few things are the same, but you know he usually has like a big lion on his mask. But I like the look of it.
So they've done the best they can do without having
Similar
to.
without having to pay.
Right.
And a lot of the goalies nowadays have like Star Wars stuff on it, so they wouldn't
And
be able.
we wouldn't be able. Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. Okay. Well, let's. That's Jonathan Bernier. And as far as articulation, it's very minimal, correct?
yes, just like McFarlane.
So you have the gloves can move, so you can turn that a little bit. Is that pretty much it?
And the blocker
Yeah.
and the stick's removable, obviously.
And the head doesn't move, correct?
No,
And the helmet's not removable.
it is not.
Now you could peel it off
You could peel
somehow.
it off.
That's not recommended. But if I look, they've definitely done their best. You probably can't see on my camera, but they have. It's not just a generic head. I can see Jonathan Bernier in there.
On Imports Dragon's website, I actually had Carey Price's mask off just to show
Just to give you
that
an
was
idea.
actually his face, his likeness.
Cool.
I mean,
All right, awesome. Well, let us open Claude Giroux, and then maybe just do a few more closing thoughts. Okay, we're back, and here is Claude Giroux out of the package. Again, let's talk about the paint on it, because you wanted to mention that. Very bright, very vibrant. Some people, you said, weren't happy with them in pictures of the colors.
yeah, I thought it was very classic-y looking,
Right.
but not as authentic. But in hand, I think it's perfect. It's just
It looks like they've gone out of their way to make sure they have the colors right.
that's right. Yeah, because I mean,
Some of your McFarlane figures, like you collected all Toronto Maple Leafs, as did I, and sometimes it'd be the same. It should be 2 players from the same era, but the blues
Right.
weren't perfect.
exactly, which was very frustrating sometimes.
And it looks like this pops. Like if you were to give this to a Philadelphia Flyer fan, I think that really pops on the shelf.
Yeah,
It's definitely the Philadelphia Flyer colors. And again, the metal kind of pegs that fit right in to the stand, and then the name right on front. You want to pass me the packaging?
sure.
And we talked about how it was a perforated back. So you just kind of punch that out, take the figure out, and if you wanted to, you could put them back in there, and then put the paper insert. Not the easiest thing in the world to do,
No,
but
it's an option.
they give you the option to do that. And you have been stalking and harassing Imports Dragon on Twitter. We talked about that. What else do they have coming out?
So we have the minifigures that go with the game,
Right, and you looked at those in an Uncanny unboxing.
and we're gonna play the game.
Yeah, we're actually gonna do an unboxing of some of those minifigures, and we're gonna play the game and see what that's all about.
Yeah, and then also we have the 6-inch.
These ones we're talking about today, right?
4 waves announced. 4 waves.
Right.
Uh,
2 are out already.
2 are out. They kind of came out at the same time,
Right.
and they and then also they're gonna have the 10-inch.
The 10. Okay, I want to talk about those because that's like a real kind of high end kind of deal.
I was told it would be very high end. The likeness would be very the better sculpting, real material, like stuff for the gloves, with the material they're made out of, jersey material.
So fabric jerseys and almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know much about it, but it excites me that it will.
That's cool.
I don't know. It's just something 10-inch, good size, and I don't know. I think it's going to be very cool.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Okay. And pass me Jonathan Bernier. Again, just to show you the scale. These are obviously in scale with each other. So very cool. And you said they want their goal is to have a player from every team.
I think they want
Okay.
at least one player represented.
That's cool.
And I know that was a frustration with McFarlane where you would get 10 Leafs a year and then no.
We
Florida
didn't mind
Panthers.
that because we love the Leafs. But
we were lucky.
if you're the 5 or 6 Florida Panther fans,
Then you would know.
you're upset. And not to keep comparing them to McFarlane, but if you were a fan of the McFarlane NHL figures and you're kind of sad that they're not around anymore, I think you'd be happy with these.
Absolutely.
And if you never collected them, but you want to get into something, I think these would be fun as well. So as you being the expert on hockey memorabilia, hockey collectibles, so far from Imports Dragon, what do you think?
I think it's an A. So
Really?
far.
You're really happy
yeah.
with them? Cool. Excellent. All right, guys. So there you go. Something a little different. This is you're going to have to say the name for me again.
Premium Sports Artifacts
By Imports Dragon.
by Imports Dragon.
So, all right, cool. So there you go. Thanks for watching. And if you're a big hockey fan, you'll want to pick these up. All right, guys. On behalf of Dude Vader, see ya.